join me in eternity.
melody soothe your soul. Echo through the darkness. Isn't it lovely, Quintet? Embrace the music!
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off defeat, we hone every mark. Stand together, this is our time. Synchronize in perfect rhyme. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down.
eternal melody soothe your soul.
Welcome, folks, and ladies and gentlemen. I'm here, cool, with my buddy K. Today, we'll be casting down this Champion of Real Season 2, and I'm really heartwarmed to be casting today. And K, how's about you? How are you feeling today?
You know what? It's always good to see the top teams in action, and today we got the match between 700 Tower between and LCF. So definitely one of the top teams and one of the underdogs right there. Um, like excited to see what's the result of this.
Yeah, absolutely. LCF, the name Lakshmi Chick Fund was really known by the teams here and there because they are in also in the Giants. They've been taken on the Giants, and here on their opponent is one of the underdog teams, and I'm expecting a little bit of excitement from them as well because no one knows because any underdog team can perform very well and can beat the LCF. So it's a matter of time which team goes with the best of the drafts and take out the advantages in the field of the Land of Dawn. Let's see what happens out there, and maybe I'm expecting a heavy draft from the side of LCF as they are always in their heavy drafting systems, like they want to protect their MM from the backline and goes with that high-low, especially on their frontline charge on most of the teams, like everything.
Yes, sir, absolutely correct. Because they have a few changes in the roster, and the new jungler is quite insane. Let me tell you, like he is one of the top tier junglers right now, and I'm very excited to see what he does. And with this, I guess we should move to draft and pick phase.
There we go. The draft has started from the 700 Showery and drafting towards their LCF. Let's see the first ban from the LCF. What will be coming up to us? The first ban this LCF team goes with. And there we go. The Fanny has been banned from side of LCF. Yep, absolutely a really nice choice from the LCF. We never know the opponent team has a really huge one trick Fanny.
Yes, sir. Like Fanny currently, according to the meta, Fanny has a 100% ban rate in all of the tournaments that have been happening now. And I don't know. I guess 700 Tower they just missed the one ban. It may be like a mistake or maybe they're cooking something. I guess.
Yep. Like they based the first ban out there, I can see as well. Maybe they're thinking about like what should we ban or maybe like that, and they just missed off. But it's rare to miss that first ban out of it. And here we go. The Selena has been banned from the Tower side and from the LCF. We can see that Juxin has been also been banned. Yep. Okay, it's like Juxin is also in a high banning rate above the mythic levels and lower below than the legends as well.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Yes, Jushin is a menace because when that pickup skill connects, it's really hard to handle, and there is none of counter for Jushin, and she's quite viable opponent for any of the mages. So it's better to take her out, before it even starts. And as for 700 Tower, they have choose Suyo as the jungler. What do you think Suyo can do?
Really well. I mean, the LCF has banned the Joy. That can have a problem to that Suyo, but Suyo right now is a really nice choice. You can see in the MPL as well. The Suyo is on the priority pick if there is no Joy. But as the Joy has been banned from the side of LCF, the Taure has been on that Suyo. That a very nice choice from the side of Taure. And here we see from the side of LCF, the Phobius was directly picked off to counter that Suyo. I mean, Phobius is really well known against a dashing hero, right?
Yes, sir. Ophovius is a really great pick against a dashing hero, and Suyo is a dashing hero. I don't know how much of a Badang counters Ophovius, but I guess it's always the Phovius who takes that damage. Like he's gonna get the benefit from the Badang second skill dash, and I'm sure like he's gonna score a better point than 1v1 against Badang. What do you think about that?
Yep, absolutely. Like Badang has really low grabs against this phobias, because in the XP lane, if you like going with Badang with the roam, it may be work out there, but in the XP lane, it's really hard for a Badang to be against a phobias because his passive getting charging up, and if your his passive like locks on you, his ultimate will be there to deal a lot amount of damage because it's HP bed. And as for now, Badang has been going with the tanky build that is called the support build right now, running onto the Badang, but after the nerf, still Badang is also great for AoE control. So yeah, if Badang like locks on to many targets, like on the I will say 3-man set, so then it will be easy for Suyo and Vexana to cover that up. The damage will be there to be counter finish that Phobias also.
Yes, sir, absolutely, yes. But I'm wondering what the Alpha can do against the Suyo, because Alpha is a really good pick. I do not disagree to that. But against the mobility, a hero that is full of mobile skills, like he can dash out, dash in, deal some damage, a good amount of damage, and come back later. What do you think Alpha can
Mm-hmm.
do against the Suyo?
Alpha, I mean, there is nothing much Alpha can do here because there is CC from the Vexana also, and lot of CC, because if Alpha is going on to the jungle, he might grab a problem here because typically Alpha has a really first clearing jungle speed due to its passive of the beta, but Suyo is also a great like jungler in terms of that. So let's see what happens. I am not sure about this like Alpha with that thing, and here the Tower going with the Suyo and Lucas as well. It's a game of obvious I can see here.
Yes, sir. It's all treat to Phobius. The young threat has picked up Moscow, which is another treat to Phobius, because Phobius gonna get infinite number of dashes from that from the Moscow's first kill. It always gonna hit them back.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. And here we go from the side of LCF. We can see the Granger peak as well. I was
Ooh.
actually expecting like you mean Hayabusa here from the side of LCF, but they are going for the Alpha. Really tricky out there. They yeah, like they are going for the Alpha Angela combo for that early game advantage, and for the late game to cover up. There is a Sicilian as well. So maybe it can work out, but the Moscow is there for the backlines. Really tough situation out for the LCF as well as for the Tower because there is a 4 for the early game. So it's I mean a equal type of thing out there, but let's see. It's the fact that the macro and micro will be playing onto the game. So that's the thing I will say that changes the game.
Yes, absolutely. And we just have to wait and watch what this Alpha can do against that Suyo, that Badan, and that Lucas, along with that Moskov. But, like all of them are a treat to Phobius. Phobius can counter all of them. So we just have to wait and watch what happens next in this match.
Mhm. Like I would say for Phobius, you should just protect the backlines, that is Sicilian and the Angela. I mean, they have plenty of the frontliners right here because they you can see the capability of taking the turtle and objective fights. The Suyo is better than Alpha because of his second skill Surge. I mean, he can just go in, pop it with a Surge and just retry with combo retry with it and just steal it. But as well as Alpha is a really short cooldown fighter, which makes him viable in the jungle as well. So I mean, both are equal. In some terms, Suyo is less than the Alpha. In the terms of sustainable fight, the Alpha is more better than the Suyo. But in the terms of mobility thing, the Suyo is more, I mean, mobile than that Alpha. So Alpha with the Angela Free, they wanna give it. And here we are, ladies and folks and gentlemen. Welcome to the land of dawn. We are here onto the field, showing in with the junglers, taking their buffs, starting their buffs, taken down by the Suyo, and we'll be seeing a great clash among these two teams, LCF and Taure. So what do you think? Whose support are you in, K?
Yeah, I'm definitely in support of 7 because they're underdogs team and the draft is really good against LCF, but we have to watch what LCF can do. That's a lot of amount of damage coming in from Vexana onto that Boo. What do you think
Mhm.
about the early game damage coming in from Vexana?
I mean, Vexana is a early game hero, so Sicilian is a late game scaling hero. The more stack he gets, the more damage he deals. So absolutely, our Vexana, that is our hunting lady man, has. I mean, lady man, no, lady woman. She has a really good advantage out there. And here, the thing Alpha tries to getting in there is their early game advantage from the, I mean, invasion. Mostly invasion thing. I'm thinking about the LCF because they want to invade out there and take all of the things from that Suyo. They wanna don't give the advantage. But in terms of that, I can see the Suyo's teammates helping him out to clear out the jungle. You can absolutely see the EXP gap between the jungle Alpha and the Suyo here.
Whoa, whoa, Phobius. rom-com on Phoveus rotating to the mid lane. It's only 1 minute in the game and he's already rotated. And we have to see what
That's the
happens. There
thing.
is something cooking up
Yeah.
in the mid lane, and the turtle is about to spawn in 10 seconds. But we can see Chloe coming into the mid lane, trying to disrupt some damage before
Oh,
Phoveus will go in. Phoveus flickers out and will be safe for now. That's a lot of
really
damage.
low. Really low out there. The Phobius was shrunken down. The damage was dealt there, a lot amount of damage. And I can see the first turtle is on the side of our little Tauri and the Alpha doing great job out there, taking the blue of that Suyo. Don't worry, contest turtle. Yeah, he'll be saying, "Oh, bro, you just take the turtle. I'ma take your blue and just I mean, wipe it off out there after some time." So let's see that there was a like really peaceful thing out there, but nothing to fight about it. So what do you think? The Moscow against a Granger, who had the advantage out there?
Once again, Granger will always have the advantage against the Moskov because Moskov can
Yo, on the top side of the lane. Oh, there goes the Lucas going in with the flush bar on that Granger and Moscow with a spear of destructor hitting onto the Lucas. Lucas charging it really aggressively. Angela also onto that our little guy, but I will see Sicilian taking a huge amount of damage, but due to the Angela, she survives with that. And as for now, the first blood was secured by the Lucas. Really well done, Lucas. The damage was dealt onto that point that the burst was really nice from the team.
Yes, sir, exactly. I thought 700 Tower are, an underdog team, but they're performing really well. They are very calm and disciplined for now. And with this, LCF will give 700 Tower the first blood. It will be Rudy who will be falling down in the hands of Chloe. Did you saw that heal coming in from the Lucas?
Absolutely, he's with the brave smite. That is onto the really nice heal with his attribute coming up to the point that he was really low, but the attribute from that brave smite getting him a lot of HP out there. So here, Alpha trying to. This was I was saying. LCF just having a little chit chat onto the jungle of the enemy, trying to get the enemy's buff out there, but will not be getting that much of a value due to the Badang out there. He was like having all of the time onto the Alpha, getting in. He was saying, "No, bro, I will be there. You can't invade my jungler. I won't leave him alone." And here the clash onto that XP lane, both XP lane taking a poking game out there. Lucas taking a bit much damage from to that Phobius, but nothing to be worried about the Lucas. He will be healing up, and the Phobius rotating towards the turtle. Right now, the turtle is up for night now. Maybe they were going back. Maybe they wanna see their junglers to be clearing out the buffs and then come. And here goes the Alpha starting the turtle. Angela will be ulting down to the Alpha maybe, and the Alpha secures the turtle out there. We will see a fight maybe here. No, the both teams back off.
The turtle gets easily secured by the burn Vitaga, and we can see the Alpha engaging and dealing a lot of damage on the Chloe, but Chloe will be escaping from that. And there's a lot of damage coming in from Boji. But will Sicilian fall down into that Suyo going in? And Yongaseo, will he be able to take down the Sicilian? She is so
Oh,
low, man.
there goes the Badang with his CC second skill, catching onto that little thing, poor little thing, and will be shutting down completely from the side of Taure. That is to the LCF. Really nice invasion, maybe I will say for Alpha because he has gotten onto that red buff, but not as good as because they have also lost the two members of their team. So
Uh,
it's a equal trade for them. I will not say equal. Taure has the advantage.
yes, it was a 2-for-1 trade, but we can see something cooking up in the bottom lane. Alpha.
Here goes the Alpha going with a charge of spear, and here goes down the Badang with his spear, charging onto him with his ultimate. And here a lot of damage from that Rudy, that is from the LCF,
Boji.
and Vexana in a little bit of trouble. Really nice positioning, but will not survive. Angela got the kill out there. Really nice trade, yeah, I will say. But you can see the goal difference between the both teams. Tower is little bit less on the 1k, like 1k lead behind from the team of LCF, but the both scores are same out there.
Yes, sir. They were definitely leading in the first half, but I guess LCF has got the momentum back. They are now hitting back on them with equal amount of force, or if I had to say, a bit more. Because look at that Alpha man. He is 201, 100% kill participation in this game. What do you think? I'm very excited about because he is the new jungler for LCF, and he's really doing a lot good in the going on tournaments.
Yep, I can say the jungle is really well here. And for the alpha thing, they have taken on to the turtle right now, and I don't think the tower will be competing this like turtle as well as they want to trade out to the gold side of the lane. And here goes the charging with that to the Lucas didn't able to connect to the first skill, and here goes the Angela charging on with the Granger really escape with a little bit of HP. Granger out there, the Alpha charges with the his ultimate. Here goes the Sicilian gets the kill onto the Suyo, and here the killing spree for to the Alpha 4 onto their Badang. Really well done, Alpha 4 there. And here goes one more clash on the 5, but Vexana not having that CC out there. Oh, a lot of amount of damage, and here goes the second skill, Dark Wave 2 connecting to the Phobias gets onto the kill.
Oh my god, LCF is finally getting the momentum back. What is that damage coming in from Alpha? What is that zoning out? The Granger, Rudy, absolutely finest job on the Granger surviving from the Moscow Spear of Destruction and being safe and killing him in return. What do you think about that?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, really nice out there. The team fight was really onto the hands of the LCF, and we can see the momentum going on with that like heavy thing out there because LCF getting onto the momentum less by less, and here the Phobius in a little bit of trouble will be escaping. I mean, he's really tanky out there.
I mean, as I said, it's all treat for Phobius. Everyone in 700 Tower is a dash hero. That's gonna benefit him a lot in the team fights. As you can see, he has 103 scores, and he's just going defense after defense. He knows like he is the one who's gonna survive. As for the itemization, we can see the Granger and the Alpha on to that what do they call it? The Sky Piercer dealing a lot of damage, and Alpha with the 302 on that Sky Piercer is gonna be deadly in the late game.
Yeah, one sphere of like I mean sphere, and you go alpha, like sphere alpha, and there goes the mega kill for to the alpha, and Lucas is melting down by the alpha. Really nice true damage. Oh my god, the damage out there is really insane, and you can see the legend skin of the alpha really flashing out.
Yes, sir. This kind of something else, man. It's a verb legend tier, if I had to say. It's like they even got a like a separate
Mm-hmm.
portrait for
Mm-hmm.
him.
Like the aura of that legend skin is different from to the other skins of the alpha, I will say.
Yes, sir.
And
And
for here goes the alpha taking down the lord. Here, K, what do you think? Will be able to defend this lord for the first start, like I mean turret of to the
I mean,
tower?
like they've got all the tanky heroes, but once again, Team LCF has all of the counters. But we have to see. But I'm going in with the fist crack, dealing a lot of amount
Oh,
to Boo, but Boo will be safe for now.
yeah, the first crack was onto the point, but there was no follow up from their team. Oh, Lucas going in alone, charging onto the three people, and here goes the clash before the Lords has been arriving. They're trying to break onto the holy shield of to that tower, and I mean they're successful. And here goes the Alpha going into the charging, and here goes the Sicilian grabs onto the kill, unstoppable for the Alpha onto the Badang, and really low HP escaping the Moscow out there. They are dealing a lot amount damage. Dark Wave has been connecting to the Alpha, double kill for to that Alpha onto the Lucas, and here the first turret has been down from the side. Like I mean, first line of the turret, and here goes the Lord charging in. Really nice update, I will say, Kate. Like the Lord charging in onto the 8 minutes.
Yes, sir, but I don't think 700 Tower will be surviving anymore. LCF marching down with that mid lane will be taking down everything, destroying everything in the path, and that's, my friends, is a victory for LCF. Oh my god, what a match.
There we go, the end for the Taure. Really unfortunate to say it, but Taure, bye bye for the now. And LCF will be going on to the next round. Really nice for the Alpha. I was thinking the Alpha will be having a problem out there, but the Alpha goes to the MVP right here. And we will just see onto the statistics like how much damage dealt by them and how much damage has been taken. Like you can literally see the Alpha. I mean, the damage
Oh,
dealt by
that's a
the
lot of
hero and
damage.
hmm, like
Rudy and Bonvilla guy dealt a lot of
yeah.
damage.
Yup. Absolutely. The Angela and the Alpha combo, that is insane, bro. Like you can see the both of them has the 77% team fight participation and the damage from to that Rudy and our new jungler. Really nice. So, yep.
As I said, man, the Bonvilla guy, he really drinks a Bonvilla before coming into the match. But we yet
Yeah.
have to see for the next teams that are gonna be playing in this match. Ladies and gentlemen, the first match is over, and LCF is the team who has emerged victorious in the first match, and the second match is gonna be Sentinels versus PAP. So stick together with us to
Hmm.
find out who's gonna be the winner of the second match. With this, me
Yep.
and
Really
Cool will be
nice.
signing off.
Yep, they're really nice team. The Sentinels, I have heard of them. They are really nice team. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back after some time. K will be casting down as well. I'm not there, will be, but sure, the next caster will be there. So stay tuned. We'll be enjoying the match soon as we get here. Thank you.
See you guys. Bye bye. Take care.
Alpha, my dear doomed king. The time has come to cast away that frail mortal shell. Join me in eternity.
melody soothe your soul. Echo through the darkness. Don't we like the lovely quintet? Embrace the music!
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off defeat, we hone every mark. Stand together, this is our time. Synchronize in perfect rhyme. Fight, fight In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off defeat, we hone every mark. Stand together, this is our time. Synchronize in perfect rhyme. Fight, fight with all your
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Champions of the Realms Round 3 Day 8. This is the group stage showdown, and presenting to you is the second match of the day, which will be the two teams. I do welcome everyone who has joined us, tune us into the stream today onto the Caster's decks. This is your Caster Zoo, and of course, joining me would be none other than Peachy right here today with us.
Hello, hello, Zero. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. And with that, after the first match going such a banger, who doesn't want to move ahead with the second match? Again, we are looking at the two of the underdogs who are going to be played today. It is none other than Sentinels versus PAP. Again, if Team PAP are actually watching, please do change the name because it's kind of uncomfortable for us to say it. So yes, we will be referring you to as PAP, but yes, I want to see how this match will be going. I don't want to see a one-sided match. I don't want to see, the teams just trying to conquer the goal lane, maybe try to go for an invade, but I want to see the full-fledged cutthroat competition coming in. So let's go. Let's dive into the draft very soon, Zivo.
Yep. Basically, what Peachy is trying to say is we don't want the basic rank games that we see all the time. We want to see, how teams are supposed to be played in tournaments, how the discipline comes. Because if you compare a rank match with a tournament match, I think it's really, really different. And I think teams, they ought to understand the seriousness as well. But yeah, as you said, we would like to move in to the draft soon. But it both the teams, they are like the underdogs. Of course, the rising underdogs. So yeah, there's a lot of surprise elements that we might be seeing because we never know. We've never heard of these teams, never encountered of these teams. So it will be quite exciting for the audience as well because it's their first time seeing them on the big screen. So given by the names, they'll give by the names of Pichi, which team do you think has a how do you say it, has more of a tournament knowledge or anything? Because I don't know, just by your gut feeling.
Like statistically speaking, the side who are onto the blue side have the upper hand of winning the tournament and I mean the match. But again, as we know that this is the best of one series coming into the round number three, the pressure is there. Now again, we as we know that to the side of team PAP who are onto the blue side, they will be trying to capture one of the heroes as the first pick, maybe a Granger, maybe onto the tank, or maybe something of a pick that could be a game changer, or it could be the reason why they just lost. So I kind of agree that the blue side does have the upper hand, but at the same time,
Experience the
let's dive into the
youthful
draft.
suffering.
Yep, we will be driving into the draft, and
Shows
already
need to
we see the
vanquish the
standard bans
shadows
coming
that
in from
plague
both the
this
teams,
world.
right? So, it's kind of your advantage that your opponent does not have any knowledge of your team, unlike the big teams that you go against, because all the information are usually written out, or it's usually circling around the whole community. So yeah, being an unknown team gives you your own its own perks, and I hope both the teams they use it to their full extent. Now back to the draft. So yo, getting the first pick, of course, one of the most versatile heroes. I would say one of the most top heroes in the jungle lane right now, but overall it depends also on the user. But as a first pick, I guess it kind of works out.
Definitely. They would be trying to go ahead with the Granger or maybe onto the jungler, as we previously mentioned. Yes, the Suyu works it out very well, but he does have a counter on his hands. The Alpha yet up for a grab, but no, Sentinels going ahead with a Gatotkacha. Now, I really want to see the high loss coming in as well, but maybe slowly and steadily, maybe Team PAP would love to pick it up for themselves. But let's just wait and watch because Louis is here into the land of dawn today.
Yeah, he decided to bless us with her presence, with her overwhelming presence, and paired with a Gatotkacha, I feel like it'll work out well because she would still be divert. She'll still be using her diversion away in the bushes, and Gatotkacha he can kind of catch them off guard with his AOG. Go for the backline while Loi is out there trying to zone, trying to like get back into your enemy backline while Gatotkacha zones you guys out. So I kind of see this team composition trying to come together, but it's still not there yet. Maybe they kind of need someone who can set up the whole thing. For having a Loi, you need the task setter and of course the frontliner as well. Gatot Kacha does it, but I feel like an EXP which has a little solid CC would also do the trick. But back to the pick of Team Pop right now, they do have their hands on the Badang, but an Irrital so early in the game, they could have prioritized an EXP lane like the Hylos or maybe a CC, because they're one of the two heroes that are in the top tier currently.
Agreed. I really want to see come the CC. I want to see the CC come into the play right here, given the fact that you can push a Barang onto the roam section. But at the same time, as expected, Team Sentinels have been picking up counters for themselves. Now, they have been going strong with the mage pick. They don't want to, give out the Farsa. The Farsa is still up for a grab, and yet they are confident in the pick of Aloy. So that is such a surprising factor to see from the side of Team Sentinels. Yes, this is the beauty of having underdog teams right here. They will be surprising us with the picks that they are about to make, but moving ahead with the bans as well. Look at that, Cecile and Eve will be taken off. Now, Cecile in very good, strong mid laner from the mid game to the late game, along with the Eve. Now, Eve slowing down, that is one of the things that Sentinels need to be watch out for. Now, they might be able to pop off the Hylos as well, but PAP doing the deed that Team Sentinels wanted.
Hmm. they kind of cornered, they kind of cornered them to go for that ban. That is the mind games coming into play. But yeah, one threat is gone for the side of both the teams actually. The Halos getting removed away, really really great choice, because I would not want to face I would not want to face a horse coming in my own direction, fully charged up with that glorious pathway. It just gives you a heart attack, because like if you're a mage, or if your skills are on a cooldown, then you would be standing there thinking yourself, oh my god, what am I supposed to do here? There is one charging at me, I'm getting slowed down, and I'm not able to even get away. I'm gonna get stunned, I'm gonna get ganked up by them. But yeah, the thread is definitely gone, and this time we are gonna be seeing Chosen One picking up that Beatrice in his hands now. A Beatrice against an Irithel. Both of them both of them have the burst potential, but in terms of mobility, Irithel has the upper hand.
That's true. That's true. She does shoot her arrows while she's moving around the map, but at the same time, as expected, a Farsa coming onto the play now. She is climbing up the meta tiers right now. The little bit of a buff onto her really helped it to get her spot onto the almost 8 tier right now. I wouldn't believe that is the S as of now, given the fact that there are still some few of the very good heroes still can do better than a Fasa. But other than that, the Tigreal, very good hero. They have that out to stop the Alpha in a way, and maybe the Beatrix as well, but they need an answer for that. They need a CC for that. You're talking about the crowd control, not the hero, but what is it going to be onto the side of Team Sentinels? They need a EXP laner, maybe trying to push, or maybe at Rome, because Gatotkacha, yes, a flex pick, but
Oh.
oh. They go in for a Roma, meaning we are getting a Gatotkacha onto the EXP lane, and two of my favorite heroes in one team. I think I'm going for Sentinels this time, Zero.
Okay, then I think I'll have to go for Team PAP. But yeah, I kind of lean towards Sentinels as well. But looking at the whole team composition, I feel like Team PAP, they kind of have the upper hand, because they got a solid CC on that Tigreal. They got that Badang for the follow up when Tigreal lands his implosion, and Farza is there for the backline zoning out, and also her lane clearing capability with her feathered airstrike. She can spam it every 20 to 30 seconds when it starts to get leveled up. So it's looking quite strong for both the teams as well. And of course, we can't forget a Gatotkacha. I mean, if he's on the EXP, then he's gonna hurt. And Florian is there. We've seen how Florian does in this current meta. We've seen all the good teams pick her up, and the heals are just insane. On top of that, she gives the global heals. So
Yes.
so yeah, team pub, they gotta watch out for that heal.
Into the land of dawn. You guys are watching the second match of the day into the round number three, day eight. Here we are now again. The teams are moving quite quickly. When we were talking about how the Florin does gives out good heals, there is also a threat that she can be caught by the Tigreal or maybe the Barrage. Her position will be speaking a lot in this match, and it is much needed given the fact that she will be the one giving the heals that the team needs. They're trying to get farm up as soon as possible, but into the mid lane, the pressure is up for the Farsa already.
We all know how good Loi does when she gets her level 2, because the duality comes in with the stun, and of course the all of the damage, and you can't forget her passive as well. So you gotta watch out, and I feel like compared to her Farsa, she does it way better in the laning phases before both of them get that level 4 mark. So Farsa gotta watch out, but she does have the slight advantage on that mobility, so she can position herself well. But yeah, it's all the poking games coming in from both the teams, just the something you do in the early phases. And Lemon goes for Farza right there. Sparrow of Alpha gets used up, but the flicker will be saving him from any of the threats that Lemon is gonna pose right now. Now the teams are back to the zone phase. They're gonna be zoning each other out because the turtle is up, and you gotta shoo your enemies away before you take a prey.
That's true. Alpha has asserted the dominance that the river area it is his own territory, taking down the turtle for themselves and thus securing gold for the whole team. Now, this is a good way to go, given the fact that they have a fluorine into the team. Now, the fluorine will be needing itemization, especially her second or the third item being the fleeting time. It is really, really important for her to pick it up as quickly as possible. But the flask of oasis cannot be missed. So, yep, we might be looking at them moving ahead with that kind of itemization. But at the same time, I believe the gang should be coming in very, very soon. No first blood yet. You're talking about like 3 minutes into the game, but maybe into the bot lane, we might be looking at the same.
Yep, we might be. I feel like both the teams they are playing it quite safe and trying to go for a full setup when they are like fully fledged and level 4. But Alpha goes in for Badang right there from behind the Somber hitting that feathered airstrike. She gets zoned out by that AOG, something that the Kacha is supposed to do. But Iritel is also there though. But double kill for Lemon right there on that Alpha. Both the teams they secure 2 kills on each side, getting the equal amount of traits. But Team Sentinels they got a turtle, so they are gonna be leading a little ahead on to the gold.
Unfortunate position coming in from Tiger as well as Madara, but here onto the other hand, Alpha jumps in with the a spear of
Oh,
Alpha taking down the HP from his enemy, securing a double kill, trying to go for a triple, but Farsa flying away. She doesn't want to be a lamb chop today.
yeah, she doesn't want to get roasted. The bird does not want to get roasted.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, overall that was quite a great follow up from Sentinels. The discipline coming in. Basically, when you're winning a lane, you would want to continue that. So you go for a jungle, you invade the jungle and throw your enemies off guard. That is what Sentinels were doing, and it was really really on point. But this time, Alpha, I guess he's kind of sacrificing the turtle for some extra time to invade, but Suyo does get a turtle uncontested. Alpha was late, and that is one big achievement for the side of Team Pop right now. But a team fight might be breaking off, although Team Pop they decide to back off because I don't think it's worth it to take the team fight as of now.
That's true. I love how Team Sentinels are working around the map as in like a four-man rotation, a five-man rotation. But at the same time, I want to see the diversion coming in.
Yeah, but look at the implosion from Tigreal though, but it was just one person. I feel like that was kind of a little expensive resources wasted. But yeah, it's just how the player wants to do it. They won't want to take any chances by letting that Badang escape. You gotta gank on him, and they are doing it. Meanwhile, Team Sentinels taking the trade of going for the bottom lane while Team Pop goes for the top lane. That is something you gotta commend. You look around the map for equal traits for for your team to not get behind. But look at that, a tiger gets taken down in the hands of Farsa with the feathered airstrike. Loi was not able to escape at all, and Nobuyuki trying to look for a perfect place to implode. And I mean, it looks really tempting. There's 3 people there, but yeah, there's not much of a backup, so he gotta wait very patiently. But chosen
No.
one coming from behind tries to go for Farsa, but yeah, Suyu was there to help as well.
You know, Chosen One, his taunts are coming in quite great. He is there onto the team fights as well, which is much needed since they do need a front liner. But okay, I do see that Alpha is going for the bottom lane. But at the same time, I want to see the diversion coming in.
Yep, we do see a team fight breaking off, and that is unstoppable in the hands of Lemon right now. 5 kills in his hands, double kill for him, and Beatrice also takes the top tier turret. It gives the upper hand of the gold that is needed, and Suyo is not being able to do anything at all. Look at that. Turtle gets secured in the hands of Alpha this time, giving out more and more gold for the team. Now the difference is 2k, and Team Sentinels, they are looking for more, trying to go for the mid lane turret this time. Farsa is there to zone them out, but she won't be, because she'll be getting caught up in the hands of Lemon and a godlike in his hands, and Helen isn't a watch, isn't a witch actually, gets taken down, gets caught up in between two people down for the side of Team Pop right now, and Sentinels just getting on top of every team fight that they are taking.
They have the alpha in them, and alpha taking away the early snowball into their hands. It really worked it out very well for them. So this is why you're seeing Sentinels onto the top of the leaderboard right now with 8 kills already into their hands. And the Tigreal, despite giving such a good implosion, is unable to do anything. But let's just wait and watch with diversion play coming in, and it's just a scare for the side of Team PAP. The resources are being taken off. No, 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 being stolen, not taken off. Full-fledged stealing is coming in.
Yeah. I feel like the diversion was a little bit too wasted, because I don't think there was a need of much of a diversion there, because every single one of the teammates were there. But yeah, look at that. Alpha tries to go for Nobuyuki, does get taken down. Fist crack, fist wall coming in from Badang, but they are forced to get back. And Chosen One doing really great at zoning them out. And this time the second tier turret might be in the hands of Team Sentinels. They're just not gonna let Team Pop go for any trade that will get in between their success. But Legendary Alpha secures 8 kills in his hands now, 803. Just give him two more kills, and watch how the legend skin transforms. That is also one surprise element in the game. But yeah, the Lord will be in the hands of Team Sentinels uncontested.
Yep, let's see how the team will be proceeding ahead. The Lord going down into the hands of Sentinels, so that they do have a upper hand of having turrets into their hands. But Yasu, oh my god, the Parsa solo kill coming in. That's truly a lot of damage going down into the hands of Beatrix already. The lane sync is not quite there, but at the same time, I believe if they are able to pop up the passive from the bot as well as the top, it could have worked very well onto them. And the gutter kata finding the Suyu to not allowing him, the Lord already in as well. What is it going to be?
The Lord might just go for it with a butt. He grilled 3 people. Implosion comes in. Actually, it was 4 people. But yeah, that was quite a great of an implosion. But there was no, they had no damage to burst out the whole team. So they kind of they kind of survived the whole upcoming massacre. But yeah, our Suyo, we are trying to go for a split push, but Alpha, he does spot him. Same with Chosen, and he will be getting taken down. Now, one more kill in the hands of Lemon, and oh my god, I'm at this point I'm just rooting for Lemon to take 1 kill. But look at that, Yasu takes a killing spree in his hands. The fist wall was there, but not quite yet. And Badang will be getting taken down. Somber, really dangerously in an open position. Flicker play comes in, but just to save him from that sniper from Yasu. Diversion play coming in. Oh, right onto Irithel, and that is the legendary secured in the hands of Lemon right now. Double kill in his hands, maybe a triple kill, because Nobuyuki is looking quite low. Implosion comes in, but no. Triple kill onto Lemon, and he secures it. Might be going for a maniac, but Somber does go for the wings by wings to get away. And 2 people remaining to defend the base while 4 is attacking. It's quite bad, but Madara takes 1 more kill. That is a full team wipeout coming in from the side of Team Sentinels. And the minions are gonna be taking a little while. So Irithel. I mean, I was kind of hoping for Irithel to defend that base, but she won't be able to. Suyo does land a kill on Luo Yi. It might be a successful defend, Peachy, but I'm quite skeptical. Nobuyuki gets taken out and has Yasu yet again. Team members are just coming out and falling every single time. Now, Feathered Airstrike is there to zone them out, but AOG comes in from the back line. Lemon pops out his winter crown, and that is, my friend, a win inside of Team Sentinels.
Oh my god, look at the domination coming in, plus the alpha shiny skin, you know. I really love the effects coming in, but other than that, what a game. It looks like, you know, Lemon was able to take away the snowball into his hands and carry it away to the late game, despite them losing a lot of minions during around the Crystal, yet they're the ones who won it all up, taking down one by one. That was kind of a sad scene to look at the last moment, where you know the teams PAP are spawning, they're dying one, they're spawning, they're dying. The cycle doesn't break off.
Yeah, the chain was always there, and it was not breaking at all. It was quite a, how to say, it was quite a strong chain, just coming out and falling one by one, or maybe simultaneously. But yeah, the amount of game discipline that Team Sentinels have, I feel like their whole team composition worked out really, really well. And that Florian did a really great job on that healing, and she was there almost every single time. There was perfect, and giving that Alpha the snowball in starting from the early, it was just not gonna do it for Team Pop, because yeah, we all know how a team goes when their jungler goes onto the snowball early. May it be a Suyo. If the Suyo had gotten that snowball, then he would have completely dominated. Same goes for Alpha. And yeah, we all saw how the game sense and discipline shines through.
That's true. That's true. The rotation was very well off coming in from the side of team now. Sentinels, they did not miss a beat when it comes to the rotation. They were the ones who are following up towards the neutral objectives, and in turn making sure the Beatrix was also farming up now. When they made Beatrix farmed up, it's almost over.
Yep. Oh, we know how much the damage potential of a Beatrix is. So yeah, you gotta just watch her get farm up and annihilate you with one single snap of a sniper. Same goes with Irithel, but she was not able to get any upper hand against a Beatrice because of all of the pressure coming in from the side of Team Sentinels. So overall, the draft was good. The draft was really good, but the execution, they kind of messed up around the part where the execution was supposed to come.
Oh, that's true. Quite unfortunate. I was a kind of, during the draft, I had a moment that we have seen that it was a how they were just trying to make the Gato touch onto the Rome, but boom, the Florian. That was like the power pick that the team needed. That was the power pick that it just completed the five-man comp that they were making. And with that, definitely what a game that they have won.
Yep, definitely a great and exciting match that we got to see, but there is still a lot of two more exciting matches coming in, and next matches would be a team that we all know going against an underdog. I would like to say it's quite the an underdog going for a well-known team, so we gotta wait for the element of surprise. But yeah, for now, that was the game, and before we get on to the next match, we will be taking a short break, so stay tuned.
begins, you achieve nothing.
Let the eternal melody soothe your soul. Echo through the darkness. Lovely quintet. Embrace the music.
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off the
eternal melody soothe your soul. Echo through the darkness. Isn't this lovely, Quentin? Embrace the music!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and with that, we are back into the third game of the Champion of the Realms Season 2, and this is going to be one heck of an interesting game between Team Insomniacs and none other than the top dog, Tartarus. This will be Sarah alongside the very beautiful Debbie. Debbie, please take over.
Yeah, this is interesting, right, Sarah? Because Tartarus, they has always been the top dogs, like you mentioned. So Insomniacs now they have a lot to work for if they want to take this game into this best of one series. So we have to see what the teams will be bringing out as of now.
Exactly. So, Team Insomniacs is one of the underdogs in this tournament, and making it up to this point of the whole competition is quite the big deal. But with that, Debbie, we are going to be moving on towards the draft phase. We will have to see how both of these teams want to play out in the draft, and right away, Team Tartarus doesn't take a chance and pans out on the Sicilian. Insomniacs, I definitely think they're gonna be following up with that Fanny banner, don't you think?
Yeah, Fanny has to go here because Tartarus, he did not want to give out Joseph his Fanny. So okay, as well, we can consider the hair is an important one too. Maybe they do not want to face it. Meanwhile, for Tartarus, it's kind of a different pathing that they are going right now to make this taken away the juicing, and they do not want to juicing. That's pretty new, but still, you don't want to risk it. So the amount of mazes are gonna be lesser as of now. But then again, in some maniacs they are banning out the Lucas. The Lucas can be either flexible, right? It can go into the jungle, it can go into the XP side too. Very very understandable and calculative bans.
Exactly. So, and with the recent buff as well, Lucas is really heavy with those attacks. The damage has been significantly increased. So, he is really a very good pick as a first pick priority. And with that, we
Mm.
can see that all three of those are magic damage heroes, which have been banned from side of
Ah.
Tartarus. They definitely want to keep their gold laner and mid lane safe from any kind of that magic impact. And now the Phobius has been banned from side of Insomniacs. That's a bit like a 50-50 move, I would say.
Four-ways bans do comes out, but still it does comes out onto the later parts of the drafting phase. So this has to be open up a lot of choices for Tartarus to go for. So their first choice, it's neither the Fanny nor the Granger. It is actually the Badang, maybe into the hands of 27 or the Kim for Kimmy. We do not know just yet. So in some maniacs, they have to be careful of what the two picks are gonna be into their hands now. So what should they go for? Like the Grandeur is still out there. Maybe they can pick it up very early on, or the Suyo. Which one is more compatible here?
Exactly. So, like with the Joy band out, but the Badang being picked up, I think the Suyo is also going to be another one of those 50-50 moves because Badang does counter out the Suyo, and that would be a bit of a risk if he gets caught out in the middle of a team fight. And of course, they go in with the Matilda for that extra shield, as well as the Alpha just going in for that heal plus damage kind of comp right away in the first phase. But that does leave Team Tartarus Tartarus with the option of still picking up on the Farsa as well as the Granger to counter out any kind of extra damage coming on from Insomniacs.
Yeah, this is crazy as of now. Yeah, two bends, two combinations are being used out by Insomniac, so these have to be giving them the upper hand, but they're gonna be requiring that snowball as much as possible. But right now, the grinder is open for Kyle, and on top of that, we cannot forget a high artillery mate into the hands of Eden again, so the combination is gonna be really pressurized by Tartarus here.
Exactly. So Farsa with the feathered airstrike these days just seeing such a rise in the pick rate, even in ranks, because she can just zone out every single goal laner or mid laner so well that the turret game becomes really easy for their team. And now the Irritel just to counter out that Granger, it's all going to come down to the gameplay because if Kyle manages to win out with his Sonatas and Rhapsodies, definitely the Irritel isn't going to be so useful as expected. But then again, moving on towards the second ban phase, though, this time Team Insomniacs does still have the opportunity to ban out on the Fanny if they don't want to take a risk, or if they're confident enough, they could just ban out on one of 27's EXPs.
Oh, that has to be something that they could look forward to as well because Badang is still one of the flex picks that Tartarus has been making full use of. So at this point, it's just Tartarus are just playing with the mindset of Insomniacs because they haven't secured the jungle or what the other picks is gonna be because like I mentioned, flexibility is what they're gonna be playing around. Meanwhile, for Insomniacs, they kind of just lay out their cards very straight. Go lane direct, jungle directly use, and Matilda always has to go into the room if they do not wanna, try to experiment a little bit. But yep, as of now, I can say that Faramis is taken away. So is Tartarus, looking for something of an insta burst that the Faramis cannot counter, or maybe the glue can even pop out here.
I think so. That's what they're aiming for. Maybe they want to let Kimmy pick up the Kufra and just set up an engage so that they can just snowball the entire thing from the beginning of the game. And there we go. There is the Fanny ban that we were mentioning. And for the last ban of TRT, they could definitely go in with the Eve ban since she is also one of the better mid laners. But okay, they don't want to target the mid lane anymore. They go ahead with the high loss ban.
The Hylos ban definitely something that we would like to see because Hylos for Insomniacs they really needed the frontliners that can be tankier, that can soak up the damage as well because Matilda is not the perfect setter because she doesn't have the tankiness as well and the perfect set too because yeah this is something Tartarus were looking forward to, so very understandable ban. Meanwhile for Insomniacs they have to take out a Fanny because they want to narrow down the amount of jungles that Tartarus has available for them. But that's the question though. What are the choices that Joseph is gonna have because he can play many kind of heroes, very different on top of that. But still, Vexana over a Varsa. So this is something very crazy because the reins is definitely gonna be onto the hands of the Varsa, and Vexana might not be having that great of a time here.
Exactly. So and now with the Garukajas with the Hayabusa getting picked up right away, I do not think that Vexana is going to be such good of a pick unless and until she manages to position 10 miles away from a team fight and protect herself from the incoming onslaught. And so definitely here Insomniacs would have to look for a very strong sustainer front line and looking at the current draft, there's not such many options left open.
hmm And yeah, I feel like I felt that the Hayabusa was actually something that Tartarus had to go for just because of the band of the Faramis coming in. So definitely something of a comfort for Joseph and as we can see right now in Somaniacs. They're all very keel pressured because the CC being picked out here just to try to counter out the Gatot Kata or even the Badang, but still the Badang is gonna be having the better chances into the team fights competition as well. So CC, I feel like this may be not the best choices for here because in some minutes they do not have a hard CC hero a hard tank hero that can soak out the damage or try to create setup for the team. So yeah, they have to solely dependent onto the heals that that they have with the Matilda and the zoning potential that can come out from the CC as of now. So otherwise, it's gonna be hard for them into the late game, and yeah, the lack of protection for the Irisel might eventually be their downfall too.
Exactly so. And like we could see from the draft of Insomniacs, it is solely reliant on that Matilda for all the heals and as well as the guiding wings, and which can only actually take away one person. And quite likely it is going to be the Vexana or the Alpha who uses it to disengage. But then again, on the side of Tartarus, they have an insane amount of damage potential as well as a very strong front line with the Garut Kaja
Mm.
as well as the Badang. So end of the day, it is all going to be coming down to the execution as to which team really plays it out better.
Yeah, this has to be something very cinematic on top of that. So any game Insomniacs, they're gonna be having a little bit of advantage just because they have an Alpha Matilda combo, and on top of that their XP laner is actually the CC who dominates all into the lane against everyone into the lane. But then we cannot forget the mid lane prio and the clearance coming out from the Farsha. Yeah, the Vexena is good on the clearance, but Farsa is still out there. So yes, it's gonna be having the mobility that can make her rotate much more faster than the Vexana. So it's gonna be a very amazing to see what Insomnics have to reply to this kind of games that should be coming out from Farsa and Gatot Kaca even.
Exactly. So, like, as much as the CC would be dealing out the damage and zoning people out, there isn't really anyone to protect the main backline for the side of Team Insomniacs. And okay, a good taunt
Oh,
coming in by the Vexana. Almost managed to get the kill on Joseph, but okay, good enough. Joseph managed to survive that little bit of a fight.
no, that was like he just baited out one resources. That's the revitalize, so no revitalize for the start of the turtle. But look at that.
Okay, not that good of an engage coming in from the side of Insomniacs. Alpha's ultimate really just wasted out to just bait Kimi to use up any of his spells. But then again, Joseph there going to be stealing away the crab and moving closer to getting that level 5 before the first turtle, which is quite the major advantage for the side of Team Tartarus at the moment. And with the turtle fight breaking out, Padang already using up his walls for the engage, Alpha manages to escape without being a
Oh,
casualty. But Joseph will be the one securing the turtle. But now the Matilda will be the one caught up along with the CC, who also manages to escape just because of that one guiding wind out there.
no body falling as of now. Already all going 3 minutes into the game. The first neutral objective already gone. Oh, look, AOZ.
And there we go, a team fight in the middle of nowhere, and Eden gets nearly a solo kill onto the Alpha, as well as the Vixana, the setup being started up by just Kimi,
Oh,
and now also managing to fly away with her bird form without the tying to the hands of Diritel, who was a little too late to the fight.
there was a perfect setup from Kimi. The aggressiveness that this guy have is coming out into play, and as you can see, that was such a major distraction that he made, and even just trying to give them a delay in what Noted can do onto that alpha as well. So another one advantage of them is that gonna be the vision that they have provided right now. But Kimi, what a kill onto the mid side. Vexana not knowing what the dead participation is gonna be as of now. Good rotation coming out from 27, not wasting any time. He has to rotate back into the lane.
Exactly. So that's what a Kaja, a Farsa, and Vexana do for you. And Kyle being quite well aware of Eritel's positioning in that bush. And Joseph there with the engage gets the overshadow kill onto Matilda. Will he be getting it
Oh,
onto the
okay.
Eritel? But good flicker play coming in by Kyle right there finds the double. And now that's going to be quite easy. But look at
Oh,
Eden doing the best he does. The feathered airstrike, but will he be getting the kill? No, Vixana manages to survive. That lethal ignition did not trigger, and here even 27 manages to escape from the Alpha as well as the CC.
this, the flanks here and there for the side of Insomniacs hasn't been that much of a factor that Tartarus has to look after because as we can see the blue buff has to be stolen. Just a minor compensation before the turtle, but still it's gonna be putting in a back foot for the Alpha here. Oh, look at the stun.
Okay, we can see that Gan manages to secure the killing spree. The curtain call did lock them down, but what's the real point when four people are on top of you and they just want to get the kill, get that little advantage in the early game itself? And now this is going to be focusing on the neutral objective like Victoria, but look at the AOG connects. Alpha managed to run away with this curve. Alpha Kimi will be caught a little too low in that team fight and will suffer a death because of his over aggression. But then again, good trade coming in by his team securing the top lane turrets.
And already the shaft is already level 9 and noted is still sitting in a 7 level. But oh, Shadow kill again.
And once again, Joseph trying to find and mark the back line as much as possible, zoning them out and forcing them to recall back to base as his team just takes down the turrets left and right. This is why maybe they are known as the 556 squad, but look at them once
Oh,
again. 27 tries for the engage, and Joseph actually connects his shadows. What an amazing synergy between these two.
yeah, there was a perfect start on a fight and ending on top of that. And Insomniacs, I feel like they do not have any kind of response that they could do for. But okay, Seven might be in trouble, taken down. Killing spree for Joseph again. So this has to be putting Insomniacs in a position where there's no chance for them to go for the snowball. And even if they want to drag this game into the late part, it's kind of hard already because this is a farm up the Granger. This is a farm up Hayabusa, and you do not want to face a Hayabusa. So interesting build coming out from Joseph too. He got the War Axe onto a Hayabusa and some AoE hammers here and there as special of items too, but dishing out a lot of damage, I would say. And on top of that, we can see Alpha is still very behind in the goal and experience as well. So this is gonna be putting them so much into the back foot where the Tartarus is gonna be calling all the shots, and whatever sets they make, they will be going away without any casualty or compensation.
Exactly so. But okay, I do think we're going to be seeing a little bit of a pause, probably requested by the teams for a network issue. But looking at the current situation of the game, Tartarus is leading at a massive 8,000 goal lead, Debbie. Do you think Insomniacs really has a chance of coming back from this?
The only way that they can have a victory of openings is gonna be giving it's if they give out their Irisel the goals, the farms, but still it's very hard because whenever C tries to go out onto the comfort zone of the base, there's always gonna be Joseph, there's always gonna be 27 who is always gonna be trying to lock you down, and the AOZ will be popping out of nowhere. So would you want to risk your life with that canon goal? So this has to be something that they are going to be putting in a dilemma for sure, but no gain nonetheless. So the choices are hard, the chances are hard already. And at this point, when a snowball grandeur is onto your opponent's side with a sky piercer with stacks of capriccio, there's some that it's gonna be something that is so hard for you to cross over.
That's what. And Team TRT are one of those who are just going to be looking to make no mistakes at all. And they are just going to be snowballing their way to that base to take it away in their favor. And as we can expect from the gameplay that we've seen so far, they're going to play for pickups. They're going to pick up the jungler or the goal laner just before the Lord comes up, and then it's an easy Lord. And they're going to sync up the lanes and
Yeah.
just march towards that base without a single micro mistake, which is where Team Insomniac really needs to step up because they have been really messing up with the rotations, with the little to no pressure on towards the goal lane, if you noticed.
Yeah, this has to be something that Insomniacs has to look out for absolutely. And Tartarus has been so good in playing the snowball game, right? They have the leads, they always want to keep the leads into their hands. They do not want to throw, they do not want to lose out the economy that they have built up so early on, and this is what they have been doing too. And I would say yeah, they have little to no room for mistakes, but still the aggression coming out from Tartarus is always has to be their downfall most of the time. So if and only if they overstate just a little bit, and Insomniacs can find their footing and try to take down the important members of the side of Tartarus, then maybe the future wouldn't be so bleak. But still, the if we compare it, it's too hard for Insomniacs to even try to look for something. But yeah, as we jump back into the game, 2 kills already onto the hands of Tartarus again.
That is what, and now even the inhibitor shields have been popped up, and look at 27 with those engages. Kyle's just securing the unstoppable so easily. They're gonna find the top inhibitor as well. There's literally no one to defend except for a Vixana and the Matilda, and Vixana alone definitely cannot be defending that turret. But now that they are back, they will be trying to look
Oh,
for something. But okay,
oh.
Hayabusa a little too aggressive there, Joseph. Calm down, little kid, because they did find the shutdown, and now Iritel
Oh.
is the one who finds a triple. That's what happens when you get a little too aggressive out of a little bit of overconfidence, I would say. But then again, it's TRD. They can definitely manage to come back from this. Look at Kyle
Oh.
freestyling, just doing what he does best on their faces with those bullets. But then again, 3 men down for the side of TRT. Is Team Insomniacs going to try for the launch? I don't think so. Joseph is already back up.
Mm. Yeah, Joseph already back up, and the dead timers are not that long still, but yeah, this is what we were talking about, right? Tartarus very good in trying to overstay a little bit and losing out 3 members and falling into the hands of Fang Yuan onto that Iristal is something that you do not want on top of that. But still, K7 onto that CC hasn't been that much of a factor into this game. There's nothing he can chang up, but look at that, Kyle.
Okay, once again, flying those kills, 27 with the engager. Retail manages to survive that, but the feathered airstrike once more just, oh
Oh,
my goodness,
flicker.
zoning them out. The flicker play, and now the AOG connects onto the Irritel. Matilda trying to do something with the circling eagle, but okay, DRT is looking for the end. Irritel trying to deal some damage, but okay, Jakai will be finding the final triple as a redemption for his team, and that is how TRT moves forward to round 4.
This is the way they play. Try to get the end of the game, farm up to build up your economy so very early on, and just try to pressurize your team, your opponent as much as possible, and not give them breathing opinions or breathing chances. And this is what they are doing, and they did best what they do. A little bit of throw. Just once, but still a good comeback. They know they can throw because they have so many goal leads. And at this point, I feel like even if there was a good set or a setter of a person or a hero onto the side of Insomniacs are there, I feel like the chances are so narrow at this point. Tartarus calling all the shots, just diving in, diving out, doing everything into their own forte and making out into the top, and they are going to be moving forward very easily.
Exactly. So, and now we have seen wonderfully how TRT managed to take that victory in their hands. The perfect sync between 27 and Joseph, as well as Kyle's freestyling with the Granger's first kill, just securing the kills with the Sky Piercer and pushing away the enemies. With that, Team TRT will manage to move forward to round 4 pretty easily. People, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere yet because the fourth match is going to be coming up very soon. With that, this will be me, Sarah, and Debbie taking your leave for today. Stay tuned for game number 4.
Alpha. In the end, you achieved nothing. For defying the world, I was handed eternal reign. The feast shall wait.
Let the eternal melody soothe your soul. Echo through the darkness. Don't we like the lovely quintet? Embrace the music!
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're ignited.
dear doomed king. The time has come to cast away that frail mortal shell. Join me in eternity.
melody soothe your soul. Echo through the darkness. Lovely quintet. Embrace the music.
The arena battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off defeat, we hone every mark. Stand together, this is our time. Synchronize in perfect rhyme. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Champion of the Realms Round 3, Day 8 Group Stage Showdown, going on hosted by none other than your Shadow Rise Esports. Now, we already finished 3 of our matches today, quite a fast-paced match, I would say, and yeah, we got to see quite good matches, one-sided matches, and whatnot. So the excitement is still going on, and I hope everyone is looking forward to this match as well. This will be our last match of the day, one of the featured matches, of course. And yeah, onto the casters, the desk. This is your girl Zivo, and of course, it is none other than my fellow caster Kay here, who is also our streamer. So a multitasking. I would say what do you call the term actually? A multitasking guy. Yeah.
Well, hello, Zio. Hello, people. I'm here back again, casting again in Shadow Rise Esports. This is Champion of the Realms S2, and there is the match between the Eliminators and the Optic Gamer Tag. One of the top teams, one of the underdog teams. We really have to see what happens next in this tournament.
Yep, we gotta see what happens in this match. I thought this always actually. The advantage of having being an underdog team is that your team is gonna be an element of surprise. You never know how you will be able to surprise your opponent because you're not your whole info is not on any part of this community. So, of course, you gotta use that to your advantage, but given there are the known teams, if you are, if you're studying them, if you have your homework done, then you'll know what heroes to ban out. But overall, looking at the ban section, there are these standard bans coming in. Although the Phobias looks a little out of place, maybe Eliminators, they are trying to go for a Joy, maybe a Harith. because he counters out all those. Maybe a Lucas as well, but we never know. The picks are going on really, really fast. And if we look at the bans, this Selena and of course the Badang gets on the ban list as well. Now I get it. This is your basic draft that you usually do when you have no idea about what your opponent plays. So better safe than sorry. Now, Bit, given that there was a Zushin Open, will be taking that opportunity to pick him up now. Of course, on to the side of Team Optic Gamer, they have gotten the Irithel. There is still a Granger open, but I guess they're just going for the safer option here.
Well,
Oh,
exactly. There is some interesting picks coming in from both of the teams, but Eliminator securing the Jushin, who is pretty viable in the current meta. Like Jushin from the release, it has been a menace in the battlefield. Like she deals a lot, she picks up opponents, she throws them away, deals a lot of damage, and she's a skill so good in late game, like mid to late game, even in the early game phases. Jushin is the one you should look up for. But for a team, Optic Game Attack, they have gone with a pretty decent pick as well. Like the Lucas, who is shining a lot because of that sustain in the beast form, and the Retail with a lot of mobility and a high damage. What do you think? Who is doing good in this pick and ban segment?
Mhm. Right now the picks are looking solid for both the teams, and that Lucas, since the Phobius was banned, Lucas will be having his time in the EXP lane because aside from Phobius and Badang, maybe there are really no other heroes that can give him quite of a trouble because of how he works and his gameplay. But look at that, Saran Moon just goes for the Hayabusa without wasting any time. Same with Faith, going for the Harriet. Okay, I thought I would see a Granger on Faith, but no, he decides not today. I'm just gonna go Harriet full on, and it kind of justifies that they ban out why they ban out the phobias, because if we look, the Hayabusa and Harriet, they both get countered. So yeah, overall the draws are looking pretty solid for both the teams. Although Art and his chip is still open, maybe the Jawhead is also open, but there are a lot of possibilities that can be picked off. Now, CC gets on the ban list, quite understandable. Going against J. Lucas, she would be quite a menace, but not until he pops out his Beast Form. Both of them would be on par with each other, so I guess, but there is also still a high possibility that Lucas might be going onto the jungle and maybe paired with the Florин. So we'll have to check it out.
Well, exactly as you said, so we have to check it out what they put up, what they pick up for the picks. Right now, it's uh, the banning phase, the second banning phase, and we have already seen the CC being taken out, the Tigreal being taken out. ET doesn't want any set up roamers who go to their opponent. What do you think about that?
I would say, it's better to be safe than sorry. You gotta be cautious around every single one. You can't just let your guard down. Like I've heard somewhere in other tournament that ABM they got out because they were going easy on them and Apex was on jungle. But yeah, we won't mention that here much. But overall, Kacha gets on the ban list as well, but eliminators, they decide to ban out the chip themselves. Maybe R does not want to get up his A game here, or maybe he is more comfortable going on to maybe pick off heroes, because if you look at the draft of Team Optic Gamer Tag, it is quite juicy to go in and go for a pickup hero like the Jawhead or maybe the Chow, because Irithel and a Sicilian, they're both gonna be the damage dealer. So of course you can go for a little aggression, and I feel like that is what ET is kind of lacking right now. They do have the Zushin. Hayabusa will be there with them once they get a level 4. Although the Harriet is
Whoa,
gonna
can you
be,
see the Franco
oh
pick
my
coming right in
goodness.
from Art? I never expected the
Oh my
Franco to be played here, but here we are, Art, back again with those hooks. We're gonna see some
no.
crazy hooks coming in. I'm really interested in watching this.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I was not expecting a Franco. I mean, I've seen him play the Franco somewhere else, but that completely slipped off my mind because Franco is not something you pick on in a tournament. This is gonna be really, really interesting. Even I feel like even off the Game Attack, they are kind of baffled right now because of the picks. But yeah, they still go for the couple in a couple composition, and that would be the Sicilian and the Carmilla now, the Curse of Blood, and of course the Bat's Feast are gonna be quite deadly if they both connect, since they are gonna be synergizing with each other, and Suyo is there to deal the final blow as well. And Legend picking up the glue, yeah, it is one of his comfort picks, and I think it should be able to do really well against the Nixus in the laning phase. What do you say?
Yes, sir. Like as you can see, both of the teams draft looking really good, and you can mark out any flaws in the drafts, but except for that Franco, that is quite the surprising element coming in from Art. We have to see what happens next in the game. So yeah, I'm feeling excited about it.
Yep, excited. So am I because the draft is quite chaotic, and yeah, it's gonna be really fun to watch this mess. Watch this whole game, you know. But yeah, for now, ET is. I mean, yeah, of course, it's art on the Franco. We've seen his hooks. Okay, it would be diabolical if he missed that. Oh no! No, please. Okay. Oh my goodness. I was just talking about his hooks, but I guess he kind of needs to get up his pace. But look at that. Serar Moon tries to go in for Chat Masala, but he does not have his level 4 yet, so he won't be able to burst him down for now. Although Faith is kind of dominating against an Irutal, but Aizen is there with that Carmilla. Oh my goodness, Irutal first blood in his hands. Kind of greedy, I would say, and it costed him his own life. Aizen, on the other hand, gets caught up in the lantern flare, gets thrown away from bid, but Faith. I mean, you could have you had the chance to back off, but no. Fate decides it's either I die or it's either nothing. So yeah, well, overall a great approach by. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Okay, that was a great hook coming in, Aaron hook, of course, but it was not enough, and since 80 they wasted not wasted they used up all their resources while going for the Aethel and the Carmilla. They were quite short-handed, so of course Suyo is gonna be safe for now, but yeah, the turtle is up. You know, at this point it's still 3-1 score. It's still quite early to say this, but I feel like it's gonna be a brawl match going on because every time I see on the map there is at least one or two fight going on in every part of the map, and they're just going all out, just full on rampage over the bloody battle. Both the teams actually they're just looking for picking team fights, and just just they're just like, okay, let's just brawl it out. The one who comes out victorious just. Hot masala really, really escaped with that slither of HP. The flicker helped him get away too. And yeah, as you say, of course, the early stages of the game are always like this, a full-on brawl battle, battling everyone out. But look at Sirar Moon going in for the digital with, oh my goodness, he gets taken down in the hands of Cold Trong right there on that Suyo. Aizen connecting his Curse of Blood perfectly. That is the reason, and he gets taken down though. But yeah, Legend, the rotation coming in from Legend all the way from the top lane and going against the Suyo. But yeah, there you gotta appreciate the extra pair of hands. Oh, but Iron Hook coming in from Ard and taking out that Suyo. My goodness, I would not expect someone to still stay in that bus after all that team fight that was happening. Yep, mid lane cooking definitely going on. By who? But the by who we gotta see, because the tide of the game can turn any time. But Franco misses out that Iron Hook. Although the suppress is their bloody hand, Bit gets the killing spree onto Irital, gets a double kill, and that is two more kills in the hands of Team Eliminators right now. Now you should not really open a Zushin up in any part, even if it's on the rank or even if it's on the tournament, and that is how the impact of Zushin comes. But Legend gets caught up in Chat Masala. He gets taken down. Coltrong, on the other hand, will not be surviving the massacre coming in from Serara. And of course, Faith, but Faith, look at that. Irto, she had her sprint on time. She had her burst. It was just enough to get Bit away before going on a rampage. Oh, yep. Yep, the main focus of EXP is to just go in and tank all of the damage that comes towards you. And but Legend is he knows his stuff. He definitely knows his stuff. The macro and micro coming in from this guy, that is, I would say, one of the best EXPs. But yeah, overall pressure is really onto the side of the aim attack. Oh, yeah, I gotta play it safe with my words. But speaking of words, Bit gets taken down one more time. Mizuki, Fate taking the revenge. Mizuki gets taken down as well. Coltron, look at that! The slap coming in from Legend takes him out, and Aizen follows Suyo as well. And the Lucas Legend just playing out his whole gameplay. He's not getting targeted because of his whole split thing. Time Iron Hook. Oh my goodness. Yep, surviving the day for now, but for how long? Because the immense amount of poke coming in from the side of eliminators, it's just overwhelming. And look at that Suyo, he's not even able to escape from all the massacre. Mega kill in the hands of Sirar Moon. Right there, double kill for him. The curse of blood is there, but only to one person. But yeah, that's gets used up. Legend will be getting taken out in the hands of Chat Masala yet again. I would say Chat Masala is doing really, really great and providing the assistance to his team. But no, Aizen. Monster kill in the hands of Sirar Moon, just going for a full on bloody hunt. But yeah, that was overall a great follow up. Oh, yep, yep. Oh, Art is just contemplating what he did with that hook because he's just standing still. He's not doing anything. But yeah, I would say, oh goodness, the hook comes in while we are talking about it, and Wazimon gets taken down. Another hook comes in. Aizen gets on the chopping block in the hands of Fate, and the rest of the three are forced to flee back to their base. But Mizuki going out too far, he gets taken down. Double kill for Fate right there on that Heron. Now two people remaining to defend the base. The Lord is about to spawn, but Moon tries to go in for that Sicilian, but he will be escaping with that flicker in his hand. I would say, yep. I guess it's better safe than to be sorry and go for the Lord directly rather than just waiting it all out. So if the Lord is, if even if there's no Lord, they could still go for a full-on brawl battle, like how Fate is going against four-person and bursting one down. But yeah, they still decide that it's better to be safe. It's better to be on the safe side. Yep, quite a fight going on. I would say two people already down. The Lord is marching in from the mid lane, and Optic Gamer Tech, they are trying their best to defend the base, but the minions are not spawning yet. I don't know comes in, but Coltron gets away with that monster kill. Although Fate takes it for himself. Legend quite low as well, but they still decide to go all out. Coltron gets taken down, and Siranmun gets a shutdown, although the base is still wide open. And with that, the last hit goes in the name of Team Eliminators. Yep. Mhm. 81%. He definitely did more than the roamer himself. But yeah, well, he got the mobility so he can engage and disengage from any fight as well with his chrono dash. So yeah, that is quite understandable, I would say, coming in. And yeah, Fate, the amount of burst damage coming from him, I mean, it's a habit. You gave him all the gold that he could get, and he put it into the right place. So yeah, it played out well for the side of Eliminators. Yep. Overwhelming power and experience speaking for themselves. So there we go, guys. The last match of the day just completed, right? And I think it's almost dinner time for everyone as well. So yeah, we will be meeting you same time, same place tomorrow again. and do make sure to hit that like and subscribe button as well. And for now, this is your caster Zivu, and of course our streamer and fellow caster Kay, and we'll both be signing off.
Bye bye.
You like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
It's all your fault!
I want my
I was just having some fun.
Your mother died because of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story? Do you like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?